There it is, a beautiful sunrise over the Kokanee Holy Land. Today I'm at Flaming Gorge as part of my Kokanee Across America tour, brought to you by Paulina Peak Tackle and Old Town Canoe and Kayak. Unfortunately, the news is not good. What set Flaming Gorge apart from all other lakes is that it was a place that consistently produced large fish, like fish in excess of 20 inches. Maybe not the largest fish around, you can find bigger fish in places like Wallowa and other lakes occasionally, but no lake was as reliable as Flaming Gorge until this year. So I've got some work cut out for me. I'm headed up into this canyon where there's a large pipeline that crosses. It's a very famous kokanee fishing area, but there were reports of many people just simply getting skunked on the upper part of the reservoir. I think there's more fish down in the lower canyon, but they're quite a bit smaller. I still want to find those big 20-inch fish, and I'm going to give it a go. We'll see how it goes. Fish? Yep. First fish of the day at Flaming Gorge. Feels decent. It must be a kokanee. The wind jumping back there already. Came up from 40 feet. I was marking some fish on the fish finder here. Some nice schools. Right at my downrigger ball. See what this guy is. Doesn't feel like a giant. Decent fish. He's fast there. He's a fast there, baby. Whoa, he's like, no, I don't want that net. Man, these guys are squirrely. There we go. Yeah, it's not 20 inches, but man, look how thick that thing is. That thing is a toke. I'll take that any day. Okay, so there's my first Flaming Gorge fish of the day. Very healthy looking fish. Not the giant that I'd like, but it's a start, and I'm going to keep working these depths. I got some fish on the graph. Start working them over. Yeah, got him. Another one on the downrigger. So it does beg the question, what's going on here at Flaming Gorge? Where are the big fish gone? And why is it mostly just... I mean, these are still quality fish. I'm not going to complain about any fish between 15 and 18 inches. But where are the big 20-inch fish that this lake consistently produced? There's a little guy. He is tiny. I'll let him go. This is a little kokanee, probably 12 inches. Ooh, there's fish on the dropper. Nice. It's the first one. I switched that out to a chartreuse to see if I could pick up something different since I wasn't getting anything on orange. Feels heavy. But I've got a 4-ounce weight on there, so it's always a little bit harder to tell. So what's going on with Flaming Gorge? Where are the big 20-inch fish that this lake used to consistently produce? And I've heard a couple varying hypotheses. One is that they're dumping a lot of water out of here this year, 500,000 acre feet, sending it down to Lake Powell to keep Lake Powell functional. And as a result, it's possible that some fish maybe have moved down over the dam and entrained. This happens, so they essentially go over the top of the dam or through the dam. That happens quite a bit at Lake Roosevelt in Washington during big outflow years, so it's not entirely unprecedented. Or it could just be that there's something else going on with the cooler spring we've been having, that the net productivity of the lake has just declined a little bit, or even predation from all of the abundant lake trout maybe has suppressed those fish, but it's not really clear what's going on with these fish. Another smaller kokanee here. See if I can actually let this guy go. Water temperature still at 59, so it's cooler than. See if we can get this guy back. There he goes. See you later, buddy. Back down to the deep. So that was just a little 14-inch fish. Either way, it's quite interesting to be here during a year, during a downturn year. I talked to the boat inspection lady who works near the fish cleaning station. She said that they haven't seen any 20-inch fish in several weeks, so they definitely have disappeared. I mean, there's still quality fish in here in the 15 to 19-inch class that are coming out, she said, but the big 20s seem to have vanished. So I got this 5.5-inch teardrop. It's a moon jelly pink with a chartreuse micro hoochie. I had that at 100 foot with a 4-ounce weight. Fish. On the turn on the downrigger. Another small one. There he goes. See you later, buddy. He'll get much bigger. There he is, there he is, there he is. That feels like a decent one. This is back where I was at this morning. I went up into the canyon by the pipeline, see if I could find something better. And I just came back out where I was catching fish this morning. I violated my rule. I left fish to find fish. That's the thing about this lake, is it's so big as a kayak angler. You really have to commit to one section. You can't like, oh, I'm just gonna pick up and go from one area to the next. Got it. Not bad size. Not the giants I was hoping for, but just is what it's going to be today. So there are several key areas that people target Flaming Gorge for kokanee, and as a kayak angler you really have to commit to one of those. Even in power boats it's a long haul between those spots. But starting from the north, there's Buckboard, which has a marina. Next up is Anvil Draw, and there's actually, for kayakers, you could launch anywhere along the west bank where there's roads that lead down to it and it's not too steep. There's a number of places where you might have beach access, although with the water being lower this year, it's more of a challenge. After Buckboard, Anvil Draw, there's the pipeline, where I'm at today, and then there's Lucerne, which that's as you get into Utah. So everything I just said before was Wyoming. You come down, you get into Utah at Lucerne, and then you get down into the canyon leading towards the dam, and there are kokanee in there as well. Historically, those fish average smaller. That's what everybody says, and the bigger fish are always found in Wyoming. This year that doesn't seem to be entirely the case. It seems like there's lots of small fish everywhere, and bigger fish are a lot harder to come by. Yep. Another one on the downrigger. He popped off. No! Oh well. Bites have started getting fewer and further between. This has definitely been the hot setup today on Flaming Gorge. The pipeline, teardrop moon jelly, pink stripe with a pink micro hoochie, and I am not finding the big fish. Getting reports of some bigger fish being caught up north today. So that is probably where I will be tomorrow. But I'd love to get one 19 or 20-inch fish today. That would be sweet. Here we go. Oh, this feels big. It's taking line. It's not fighting like a kokanee. I'm wondering if I got a mac on. Come on, stay down. Ooh, not down there. That's a rainbow. It's a big trout. A shiny rainbow. He had me tricked there for a little bit. Fatty though. That's a big chunky rainbow. Chunky bow. Alright, let's get all these hooks out of you, bud. Alright, see you later. See you. The old slippery rainbow release. Well, I've been out fishing on Flaming Gorge now all morning, and the bite has pretty much died. I haven't been touched since 10 o'clock. It's almost noon. Biggest fish I got was, these 16, 17-inch fish. Not the giants I was looking for. I released several smaller fish just because I didn't feel like I needed them, and I knew that they could get released. One of them went belly up, so I ended up keeping it. I still have several more days here on the gorge to find the bigger fish, and there are some confirmed reports of 19, 20-inch fish to the north. So I'm gonna give that a shot over the next few days. So be sure to like and subscribe, and you'll see future updates, hopefully from further up lake, where hopefully I'll have more success. It's been quite a disappointment actually to plan to come to this lake for years, and the timing of my visit is when the fishery kind of falls off a cliff. But that's the nature of trophy kokanee fishing, right? Like, it's a moving target, it's ephemeral. This lake was the most consistent producer of large fish for a long time, but seems to have fallen a little bit on hard times. But maybe we'll make it up the next few days, and we'll stumble into some bigger fish. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time out on the water. Just remember, fish smarter, not harder. Bye, guys.